नमस्ते सारस्वते गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र की जय श्री श्री निताई गौरंग की जय Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Jai Gaur Premanande. So welcome everyone for the Friday evening session on Bhagavad Gita. We are discussing from chapter 10. So we just began our discussions last week, the initial 3 verses. Chapter 10 is known as Vibhuti Yoga. Vibhuti Yoga means Krishna is going to describe about his opulences in this chapter. And the chapter begins with Krishna directly speaking. He is telling Arjuna that again I am going to describe to you, Arjuna, some more wonderful aspects about my personality, because you are my dear devotee. And understanding, hearing about me more and more, your devotion will further enhance, and it only further, you become more fixed up in your understanding about me, right? So, for the benefit of devotees, Krishna is further giving more and more knowledge about himself. This is what Krishna wants to benefit us. So, basically, more and more you hear about Krishna, you become fixed up in Krishna consciousness. Is the principle in the Bhagavad. And Krishna said, understanding about him, in the 7th chapter, he said that millions of people are endeavoring for perfection. Hardly one knows him in truth. He also said, many millions of jnanis, after great endeavors, they'll come to understand that Vasudeva is everything. Vasudeva Sarvamiti. So which means understanding Krishna is not easy. Now he says in 2nd verse that even the Devatas, Name Vidusura Ganaha, even the Devatas or the great sages, Maharsheha, they also don't know about me. What they don't know? They don't know that Krishna is the origin of everything and everyone. Aham adirihi devanam maharshinam ja sarvasham. This is the main topic or the principle which Krishna is going to elaborate in this chapter and the next chapter also, 10th and 11th chapters, that Krishna is the source of everything. From Krishna only everything is there. Without Krishna, if anything is existing, it is only Maya. It is illusion. That is the understanding. So here very clearly, Krishna is again telling that even Devatas don't know about me. What they don't know, Krishna's real transcendental position, that he is the source of everything. And what you should know about him is mainly, Krishna says 3 things. That he is Aja, unborn. He is Anadi, means he has no beginning. He is the beginning of everything. And thirdly, he is Loka Maheshwaram, Veti Loka Maheshwaram. He is the Lord of all the worlds, both material and spiritual worlds. He is the master of everything. When you know these 3 truths about Krishna, then this is going to bring you out of illusion. Asam moodhasa martyeshu. It is going to bring you out of the illusion and free you from all sins. Just see, the direct statements Krishna is giving. Just know these things, because understanding this only is what is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. When you know about Krishna, you know about yourself also. Just when you see sun, you see yourself. You can see yourself also. In darkness, you can't see yourself, neither anything around you. That's the idea. That's the point. So now Krishna, having said that he is the source of everything, from him everything is originating, everything is coming. Now Krishna is listing around 20 different qualities. Some good, some bad. So Krishna is going to tell us now that all this is coming from me. Just to give a idea or example of what Krishna's existence is. So we'll go to the verses 4 and 5 together. Hope all of you have your copy of Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna says, Buddhir Jnanam Asammoha Kshama Satyam Damah Shamaha Sukham Dukkham Bhavo Abhavo Bhayam Cha Bhayam Evacha Ahimsa Samata Tushtis Tapo Danam Yasho Ayashaha Bhavanti Bhava Bhutanam Matta Eva Prithak Vidhaha. So Krishna is listing out the different qualities in us, different aspects in us, like intelligence, buddhi, jnana, knowledge. Then asammoha means without freedom from doubt and delusion. Kshama, forgiveness. Satyam, truthfulness. Damaha, sense control or self-control. And then shamaha means calmness, peacefulness. Sukham, dukkham, pleasure and pain. Bhavo, abhavo, birth and death. Bhayam, fear. Abhayam, fearlessness. Ahimsa, non-violence. Samata, equanimity. Tushti, satisfaction. Then tapaha, austerity. Dana, charity. Yasha, fame. And ayashaha, infamy. See, all these things Krishna says, you should know, are created by me alone. Where from these are coming? Fame, infamy, birth, death, pleasure, pain, intelligence. So all these things, all these aspects in our personality or various other features in our existence are all part of our life very much. So Prabhupada very nicely explains everything in detail. Let us try to understand to some extent. So buddhi, first thing Prabhupada says, buddhi means the power of analyzing things in a proper perspective. That is called intelligence. To get into details of things, right? Not simply blindly accepting. So this power of analysis, where from it is coming? Krishna only is giving. Later on, Krishna says in the 15th chapter, Mattah smritir jnanam apohanam. Intelligence means analyzing. So where from this is coming? Krishna says it is coming from me. I am only giving this buddhi. Next, jnana, knowledge. Our understanding of jnana means maybe you have to go to school, college, university and get some education, that is jnana. But the Bhagavad Gita's perspective of knowledge, very beginning, if you see, in 2nd chapter only, Arjuna was chastised by Krishna from the very beginning. 11th verse. Ashocyan anvashochastam prajnavadamsha bhashase. Gatasuna gatasumsha nanu sochandi pandita. Arjuna, you are thinking yourself to be a very great pandita, vidwan, learned scholar, but you don't know what is matter, what is spirit. You are speaking like a great learned person. So, knowledge as per Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavata is, what is the understanding of matter, what is spirit. The modern day education is, there is no knowledge of spirit. So in the previous chapter, if you see, Krishna very clearly explained Raja Vidya. What is Raja Vidya? The topmost education is understanding about soul. That you are not this body, your spirit, soul. Right now, the misunderstanding is, I am the body. Prabhupada said, all over the world, there are so many universities, so many departments of knowledge in every university, but there is no one department in any university studying about the nature of soul. And soul is so important in the body. Without the soul, the body will not even talk, will not even function. Soul is so vital in our existence. So this understanding is not there. So knowledge means understanding between the difference between matter and spirit, and the knowledge more about the spirit. So like this, very nicely Prabhupada analyzes. Next, third quality, third aspect, asammoha. Sammoha means you are in illusion or you are in doubt, dilemma, right? Asammoha means freedom from doubt and delusion. There are two words Prabhupada always uses in in his teachings: illusion and delusion. You have to understand the difference between them. Illusion means you are mistaking something to be something else. Brahm. This is called illusion. Right? In the dark, you are holding a rope and thinking it's to be a snake. That is illusion. Mistaken identity. Delusion means you think everywhere it is the same thing. It is a wholesale, illusion. It's called delusion. So, asammoha means you are free from doubt and delusion. And the biggest delusion we are all living in is what? Doubt. Whether there is life after this death, doubt. Whether there is soul present in the body or not, doubt. Right? Maybe we see in the sky, so many stars are all, we've seen. Who is staying there? No clarity. Oh, maybe no life there. Just like, they say we send some spaceships to moon, some other planets in the sky. No life. It is called delusion. So, Prabhupada says, when you start understanding things philosophically, tattva, what is the truth? Very important. What is the meaning of philosophy? Philosophy means your inclination to know the truth. What is the truth? What is the actual fact? I want to know. So, when you have the transcendental philosophy of this proper understanding the way Krishna is giving in Bhagavad Gita, then you will be free from this doubt and delusion. Prabhupada says this is causing bewilderment in you. You don't know what to do, what not to do. So, we should not accept things simply blindly. Rather, we should carefully analyze, get into details, philosophically know how this world is functioning. Just like, to operate anything, there's a person behind it required. Just like you say, the flight is, going in the sky. There's a pilot, we know. Not that without a person pressing, operating on the flight, it will not fly. A child may think, oh, it is flying on its own. That is illusion, bewilderment. So we should accept things with careful analysis. That's called asammoha. Third aspect. And fourthly, Krishna says, kshama, forgiveness. Right? All of us go on committing so many mistakes, each of us. So to err is human, but to forgive is divine. So Krishna says, kshama. We should always practice forgiveness and practice to excuse the minor offenses of others. Very important, right? So we have to excuse the minor offenses of others. Otherwise, simply going on keeping the small mistakes of others, you will not see our mistake, our own mistake. Our mistake is all excused for ourselves. Others' mistake I cannot excuse. This is what the way our working is. So we should always understand everybody is bound to commit mistakes. Should just forgive and forget, overlook, and then move forward in our life. That is one of the qualities Krishna said. It is my quality. It is one of the qualities I have given. If you are not going to give up, then it is your manufactured quality. I will not forgive. You are adamant and you are very egoistic. That is your problem. Next, then Krishna says Satyam. Satyam means, Prabhupada says 2 times in the in this explanation, we have to present the facts as they are for the benefit of others. Now, what is Bhagavad Gita giving as a fact? First fact, all of us are not this body. We are spirit, soul. It's the truth. Oh, no, we are the body. Why are you telling this? We have to die one day. It's a fact. It's the truth. No. It will somehow go on. Why are you telling? No, it is not auspicious to tell about death in the evening time. People say like that, No, it's fact. Truth is truth. Whether you accept or not accept, it's a fact. So like that, Truth means presenting facts as they are in a straightforward way, in a in a clear way, presenting the facts for the benefit of everybody. That is called truthfulness. So buddhi, jnana, asammoha, shama, satya, self-control. It is called dhamma. Dhamma means control of senses. The senses should not be used unnecessarily for anything other than our spiritual advancement. Remember, in second chapter, Krishna gave an example of tortoise. Anybody remembers example of tortoise? Hare Krishna.
Yada sarte chayam purmangani sarvasya.
What is the meaning?
Indriyani indriyartheshu vartantiti dharyan. Yahi Prabhu.
Yeah, you tell me the meaning.
Prabhuji, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mataji boliye.
The tortoise, Prabhuji, withdraws its limbs into its shell. And in that sense, we should also withdraw our unnecessary entanglement in this world.
Okay.
Withdraw from them.
So it will always withdraw or sometimes use it?
No, sometimes it will use. To move, it will use.
When it will use?
It will move. For its movement, it will.
When it is required, it will use.
Move.
It is required, it will use. Similarly, when the required things are there for Krishna's service, I will use my senses. Otherwise, I will withdraw my senses. That's called shama, dhamma. Dhamma means self-control. Senses are not used for unnecessary personal enjoyment. Right? There is no stopping of using your senses for your basic requirements of your keeping your soul and body together and using it for service of Krishna. But unnecessary engagement of the senses for sense enjoyment, Prabhupada says, is detrimental for spiritual advancement. So that is why that is called dhamma. Okay. Next, Prabhupada, Krishna is telling shama. Shama means mind control. What is mind control? Just like senses should not be unnecessarily used, mind should also not be indulged in unnecessary thought processing. Everywhere mind goes. Left to itself, mind goes all over the world. It goes for a world tour. Around the world in not 80 days, around the world in every hour. You keep going everywhere. So many things go. That is called thought processing. Especially Prabhupada says, where does the mind go generally? Mind goes thinking about money and opposite sex. How to earn more money, how to enjoy my senses. That's all. Planning, thinking, planning. No. 1 day plan, 1 month plan, 1 year plan, 5-year plan, 10-year plan. I don't know how many years you want to plan, but you will not live for that many years. Right? That is the problem. So Prabhupada says this type of thinking, thought processing of your mind is misuse of thinking power. So mind should be used for what? To understand what is the purpose of life. What does Prahlad Maharaj say? Durlabham manusham janma tadapi arthadam adhruvam. This human form of life is rarely obtained. It should be meaningfully used. Even though it is temporary life, but it should be meaningfully, purposefully used. So what is the purpose of life? To know that I am not this body and spirit soul. I am supposed to be reviving my relation with Krishna, go back to Krishna. And how to do that, that's how mind should be used. Mind otherwise also is always used in thinking, feeling, willing. Everybody is using it for so many other purposes. But when you direct it channelize it for the right purpose of developing your spiritual goal in life, that is called shama, or calmness of mind. In fact, about this aspect of shama, mind control, Krishna is going to speak many things in the later chapters as we move forward. So, how to understand that the mind can be properly controlled, and what should be the engagement of the mind? Prabhupada very nicely says, the power of thought should be developed in association with Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. When your mind goes here and there, that and this and all, should bring back the mind and tell, okay, Prabhupada says this. Guru is telling this. Oh, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says this. Shastra. This is what Acharya say, to do like this. Bhakti Vinod Thakur says like this. So, these instructions should guide us. Mind should be driven by those instructions. So, reading them, hearing them, these things is very important. Why we are stressing on reading and hearing the Bhagavad Gita and hearing from Prabhupada is because these instructions will make our mind, controlled, and it will make your mind calm. Otherwise, mind left to itself is a mad horse. Horse without any reins. It will just run everywhere. It's like you have taken a taxi for rent and told the driver, wherever you want to take me, I don't mind. Is it a good idea? The driver will take you wherever he wants. You will be simply sitting. That's what we have done. We are doing with our mind now. Okay, when you get a mobile, wherever you want, let the mind go. Okay, this website, this YouTube, this Facebook, this WhatsApp, wow, 10 hours over. Wonderful. Reels will be reeling around in the same reels. So like this, mind goes crazy. And Maya has a lot of other things to capture your mind easily in the Kali Yuga. Very easy. One mobile is good enough for you to, entangle you. Your mind will lose your control. So mind control is very important. Next, Krishna says, Sukha Dukkha. Very nicely Prabhupada explains. Our happiness should be what is favorable for cultivation of spiritual knowledge of Krishna consciousness. That should be happiness for us. Not that, oh, today I was able to sleep 10 hours, very happy. Today I went to that marriage and I got 10 sweets. Very good, happy. This is not the happiness. These are all, material, one type of a, gratification. Today I was able to, scold my wife nicely. Great happiness. So that is not happiness. All this material sort of a, gratification is not happiness. Spiritual happiness. When Krishna says Sukham, what is the pleasure or happiness? When I am able to cultivate more understanding about Krishna. Today I came to know Krishna is mentioning 20 things about things which are all part of our daily life. So Krishna says he is the origin of all these things. What is dukkha? Dukkha means, Prabhupada says, that which causes distress for you, which is unfavorable for cultivation of Krishna consciousness. You should feel distressed. Oh, I simply spent time half an hour, this nonsense, mobile, something seeing. Oh, next time I will not touch it. You should feel little repentance, pain. Like that. This is called, dukkha. So, sukha, dukkha, the yardstick is what is favorable for development of Krishna consciousness? Oh, happy. Today I'm able to develop. I'm got 1 inch further. Today I was able to chant one mala so nicely. Like this, I want to chant all the other malas. That is happiness. Dukkha means unfavorable, which is going to stop your practice of Krishna consciousness. Sukham dukkha. Next, Krishna says bhavo abhavo. Bhava means bhava. Bhava sagara. Bhava sagara means a cycle of birth and death. Bhava abhava. Birth and death. What is birth and death? Prabhupada says birth and death is referring to the body. But for the soul, there is no birth, death. What does Krishna say in beginning of 2nd chapter? Na jayate na mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuyah. Right? Ajo nityam shashvatoyam puranaha. Right? Na jayate. The soul has no birth, no death. What you are seeing as birth and death is only for this body. And what is this body? Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grahanati naroparani. Bhumika ji, you heard this verse? Hare Krishna. Bhumika ji, Hare Krishna. You are hearing me? Okay. Kamath ji, tell me. Vasamsi jiranani yatha vihaya. You have heard this verse, no? Kamaji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Yes.
Can you explain this verse?
Yeah.
Vasamsi jiranani yatha vihaya.
Just like we replace the old clothes into new clothes, the body changes the old body into a new body.
Exactly. So, his body is a dress, Krishna says. Vasamsi jiranani means old dress, we throw and take a new dress. Likewise, the body is a dress, we give it up and take a new body.
Yes.
So, body is a dress. So, Prabhupada says, birth and death apply to one's embodiment in the material world. Very important. These are all very basic concepts explained in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, which is very important as we move forward in our understanding. So, bhava abhava is to the body, not for the soul. Soul is not dying, soul is not taking birth. It is eternal. It is sanatana. That's what Krishna explained. Next, Krishna explains about bhaya and abhaya. They're all very basic, aspects which we should know the definition of them. What is bhaya? Bhaya doesn't mean, no, I am fearful of night, darkness. I am fearful of cockroach. I am fearful of, I saw a horror movie, then I don't even want to enter the toilet. Oh, that day, I'll not go anywhere. I'll just, it is not fear. Fear means, Prabhupada says, fear is worrying about the future. What will happen to me when I grow old? What will happen to me? And I don't want to die. If death comes, what will happen to me? This is called fear. Because he doesn't know about his future. Whereas a Krishna conscious person, a devotee who is practicing the Krishna Bhakti, he knows that my destination is very clear, my goal is very clear. Krishna says, if you practice Krishna consciousness, I will take you back to Krishna Loka. What did Krishna say? Man mana bhava madbhakto madhya jimam namaskuru. Think of me, become a devotee, worship me, offer your respects to me. Surely I'll take you back to me, take you back to my Loka. This assurance is there. Where you are going is clear. For a person who is not doing this, thinking of Krishna, worshipping Krishna, no clarity. Where is destination? That's why he is very fearful. He doesn't know where he is going to go. It will be fearful only. Where I am going, how I will do, what I will stay, where I will stay, what will happen to me, what about my family? Oh, big worry. Right? Anxiety. Right? So, this fear means, Prabhupada says, constant anxiety about future. What will happen? What will happen? That is how everybody, sada samudvigna, as Prahlad Maharaj says. So, what is the solution to be free from anxiety or fear? The best course is to understand Krishna and always be situated in Krishna consciousness. The nice kirtan we always sing. Bhajuhu re mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare. If you always do bhajana of Krishna, Bhajuhu re mana, mind is always absorbed in Krishna's, his meditation. And Krishna's lotus feet is called Abhaya Charana. Even Prabhupada's full name is what? Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. Abhay Charan means the fearlessness, fearless lotus feet of Krishna. Krishna's lotus feet is fearless. One who takes shelter of Krishna, then he is fearless. Otherwise, in the material world, everybody is fearful. So, Bhaya, Abhaya. So, you're supposed to be Abhaya in Krishna consciousness. Take shelter of Prabhupada, you'll become Abhay. That is the point. Next. See, all these are all words which we keep hearing. Fear, intelligence, tolerance, truthfulness. But what is the Bhagavad Gita's perspective on these concepts is important to understand. We may give our own, some material understanding of fear. Right? I am fearful of height. I am fearful of that. I am fearful of this. That is not fear. It is all temporary fear. Right? In this life. But real fear is constant fear of what will happen to you next. What will happen to you next in the future? Worrying about the future. Basically worrying about your spiritual identity. You are worried about that. Next, Prabhupada explains about ahimsa, non-violence. Very wonderful explanation. Generally, we understand ahimsa to be what? Oh, it should not be violent to animals, cruelty to animals. Right? That is ahimsa. Ahimsa means not to be cruel to anybody. But here Prabhupada gives a very wonderful perspective. Ahimsa means we should not do anything which will put others into misery or confusion. Actually, it is called Jiva Himsa in Chaitanya Charitamrita. When you are causing a lot of confusion or trouble in anybody's physical, mental, emotional life, that is called confusion. That is called ahimsa. That is called himsa. When you don't do that, that is called ahimsa. So Prabhupada very nicely explains the modern day politicians, sociologists, or great thinkers, philanthropists, they all make so many plans. Oh, if you do this, we'll be happy. If you plan like this, things will change. It'll have very good future. And that they'll plan so many things. But all those plans, what did Krishna say in 7th chapter? All these people, because they are not having Krishna conscious understanding, they are not devotees, they are all dushrutina. All their plan making business is going to fail ultimately. They don't have a transcendental vision or a Krishna conscious vision. Actually, they don't know what is really beneficial to human society. They simply go on planning. This will make better, this will make things better. But whatever they think is not going to really be helpful because they are lacking spiritual understanding. So, basically, when you don't properly give direction to society as leaders to relieve them from the suffering of this repetition of birth and death, that is himsa. When you give proper direction and tell the people that this human life is meant for coming out of the cycle of birth and death, do this, give direction like this, spiritual direction, that is called ahimsa. So the human life, Prabhupada says, is meant for spiritual realization. Athato Brahma Jignasa. And any activity from any organization, any institution, any commission, Prabhupada says, is not doing this, is committing violence on us. It's a very wonderful explanation Prabhupada gives. So what will facilitate you to increase your spiritual journey, enhance your spiritual growth? That is ahimsa. Anything stopping that means basically anything stopping your spiritual growth is himsa. Non-violence means if you can facilitate people's spiritual growth, that is ahimsa. Right? The next, Krishna speaks about samata, equanimity. Right? Equanimity within our mind, in our consciousness. Equanimity, very nicely Prabhupada explains, it means freedom from attachment and aversion. Right? Sometimes we like some things, sometimes we don't like some things. Like, dislikes are always part of our life. Right? So in Krishna consciousness, it is not that I have some likes, I have some dislikes. No. Whatever is favorable for executing Krishna consciousness, we accept it. And whatever is unfavorable, we reject it. Just like Prabhupada said, before he went to the Western countries, at least as per the Vedic custom, traveling or crossing ocean and going to Paschatya Rashtra, Western country, was forbidden because it is filled with materialism. And what to travel like that, and what on not even using any material conveyance like like a flight and all. So Prabhupada has revolutionized the whole thing. And Prabhupada did that. Prabhupada said, if I had not traveled like this to the Western countries and to carry out the order of my Guru Maharaj, then walking and coming here, I would have left my life, finished my life, or would have been over. So Prabhupada has used whatever is favorable for Krishna consciousness. Whatever unfavorable, he rejected it. It's like he said, we should not eat meat, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex, reject. It's unfavorable. So equanimity means based on time, place, circumstance, based on these shastric directions. The spirit of understanding is what is going to favorably help me in Krishna consciousness, I will do, accept, and what is not going to help me in Krishna consciousness, I reject. That is called equanimity, having that. Case to case, situations may change. Right? For example, I told you about the travel. Similarly, the gadgets, yes, I was just telling you how mobile is such a big illusion. It will disturb your mind. The same mobile can be a good tool for your spiritual advancement. If you can use it for your advancement in Krishna consciousness by, say, maybe some of you are using mobile for this Zoom session. Or there are so many websites on Krishna conscious understanding. You can hear the lectures or see the videos of Krishna consciousness. It's going to be helpful. Right? That's how it is. It's called equanimity. Not that we straight away tell it is not required. No. We see situation accordingly and then take a call based on the direction from acharyas. Next, satisfaction, tushti. Next aspect. So Prabhupada says, whatever Krishna gives, we should be happy with that. We should not be over-endeavoring to achieve something which is unachievable. What did Krishna say in 4th chapter? Yadricha lava santushto dvandva tito vimatsara. All these aspects Krishna has explained already in the previous chapters. Again, this is sort of a summarizing Krishna is making here. So yadricha lava santushto means whatever is attained by one's endeavor, we should just accept that as Krishna's grace and move forward in our life. Not that we are over-endeavoring to achieve something. See, Prabhupada, Krishna says, he who is satisfied with gain which comes of its own accord. Yadricha lava santushta. In 4th chapter, 22nd verse, Krishna says. So like this, tushtihi, satisfaction. Not that, I don't have this, I want this, over-endeavoring and trying to get something which is unachievable, and because of which you're creating a lot of anxiety within you, tension within you, blood pressure goes up. Next, tapaha, austerity. What is austerity? Penance. Penance means voluntarily taking some inconvenience, some trouble for spiritual progress. Because all of us are doing some hard work for maintaining our life, our family, or you're having some business. You are taking up some hard work, you go extra mile, you take voluntary discomfort. But when it is for Krishna consciousness advancement, that is considered to be more favorable. Just like Prabhupada gives example here. Rising early in the morning. We are supposed to rise before Brahma Muhurta. Brahma Muhurta is 1.5 hours before sunrise. And taking a bath. And then attending Arati or having Arati at your home. This is one of the austerities. So voluntary trouble, what is taken to advance in Krishna's service. Similarly, Prabhupada is again making a very nice point here. We have to fast on certain days. Next Monday, 28th is Ekadashi. Ekadashi means no eating any grains. We can do fasting with minimizing our intake of food in terms of, say, some vegetables, fruits, milk, like that, milk products. No grains, no dal, no rice, no wheat, right? No pulses. So like this is called fasting. So this requires a lot of determination. And what happens when you do fasting? Prabhupada says, when you take this voluntary inconvenience for the body, because every day body is eating rice, dal, sabji, so many things. But one day, no. You are restraining yourself for what? For advancing in Krishna consciousness. Right? By doing this, what happens? Prabhupada says, by doing this voluntary tapasya of fasting on prescribed days, not that whenever you want, you will do. That is also important. You should do on recommended days as per scriptures. Ekadashi is a recommended fasting day every 15 days once. So that day, if you do fasting from grains, Prabhupada says, this will enrich your spiritual knowledge. Just see. If you want to increase spiritual understanding, because you're going to put things in practical action. Not that I have read Bhagavad Gita 10 times, but I don't know what is fasting. That is not the way. You're putting things in practical action. So fasting, basically, Prabhupada says, it's going to give you spiritual advancement in terms of enriching your spiritual understanding, spiritual knowledge. Very important. So it is recommended to be fast on Ekadashi and festival days. Next, next point Prabhupada says is about charity. Right? Dhanam. Krishna explained in 9th chapter also. Right? If you want to give something, give to me. Prabhupada is further elaborating here. We have to give charity to an organization which is propagating Krishna consciousness, or to a person who is dedicating his life for this purpose. Basically, in the Vedic culture, the sannyasi or the brahmana is going door to door and trying to help the householders to awaken their bhakti, Krishna consciousness. And that is the only business they have. So for them, the charity is given so that they are busy in their work of awakening Krishna consciousness. So this is important, is required, because otherwise householders are all busy in their own world. Right? My house, my family, very happy, everything is going well. So they'll be in their own world of illusion. So to break that world of illusion, for that the intervention of a sadhu, a sannyasi, is important. So he goes on his own to awaken them and try to tell them this is the purpose of human life is this. So that's why the Vedic culture, the sannyasis, the brahmanas or devotees, sadhus who are all engaged in such work, they should be given charity. Next, the last aspect, last 2 points, yasha ayashaha. Yasha means fame. Not that I'm a famous, social influencer, or I have a lot of followers in Instagram, Facebook. That is not famous. Famous here, Prabhupada says, according to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a man is famous when he is known as a great devotee. That is real fame. It's like Prabhupada's fame. It's real fame, it is. He's a great devotee. Always people have that respect for Prabhupada as a great devotee of Krishna. He's truly famous. And any other fame, Prabhupada says here, he is not famous, he is infamous. Ayashaha. So all these qualities which Krishna is mentioning here is not only here on this earth, it is all over the universe. In different other humans. Out of 84 lakh species, there are 4 lakh human species. Even demigods are humans only. But they are elevated humans with empowered, some other energies Krishna has given them. Empowerment for conducting the affairs of the material world. So all these qualities are found in all of them, all over the universe. Right? But Prabhupada says here, but when you're advancing in bhakti, a devotee will not try to develop any of these qualities. Say, for example, equanimity or austerity. Yes, he'll simply try to follow Krishna's instructions, Prabhupada's instructions.
Sure,
These qualities will automatically, these qualities automatically will develop in him. This is the next statement in Bhagavata. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarvair gunays tatta samasate sura. When a devotee is practicing bhakti, he develops all the good qualities of even devatas. That is the whole, beauty of practicing bhakti. So here, one important principle you have to understand with this discussion of these so many qualities, whether it is good quality or bad quality. Right? Like bad quality like birth, death, or bhaya, fearfulness. Like this, these are all qualities maybe considered to be negative or infamy. Everything is coming from Krishna only. Everything is manifesting from Krishna only. This is what Krishna is going to further tell these things again and again. Okay. So we should understand that Krishna is the source of everything in its true form. Just like people say, Theft is wrong, no? But with Krishna, we glorify it. He is a butter thief, right? His theft is glorified among devotees as a leela. This whole month, why we are celebrating? Because he was stealing butter and distributing it to monkeys. So Yashoda became so upset. Oh, what are you doing? She bound him, with a rope around the wooden grinding mortar. That is the whole pastime. Like this, Krishna's all his qualities in spiritual world, they're all having transcendental sweetness with devotees. In material world, they're all entangling in different ways. So Krishna is trying to give us understanding. Everything is coming from me, but here it is distorted, is perverted. Okay, let's go to the next verse. Verse number 6. Maharshaya sapta purve chatvaro manavastatha madbhava manasa jata yesham lokya ima prajaha. Krishna is further giving understanding that there were 7 great rishis, Maharshaya sapta purve, the 7 great sages, sapta rishis, and before them there were 4 other great sages, with the 4 Kumaras. 7 plus 4, how much? 11. And the Manus were known as Prajapatis. They're all, they're all born from me only. Madbhavo manasa jata. They're all born from my mind, Krishna says. And they are the source of all the different entities on this world. The Bhagavatam explains very clearly. Any living entity you see, starting from an insect, aquatic, bird, tree, all of them are originated from these 25 Prajapatis. How 25? 7 rishis, Sapta rishis. 7 plus 4, 4 Kumaras, 4 sons of Brahma. Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanandana, Sanat Kumar. And Manus. How many Manus are there? In a day of Brahma, 14 Manus are there. So 7 plus 5, 4 plus 14 is 25. So these 25 personalities, Prabhupada says, they are the patriarchs or the Prajapatis of the living entities all over the universe. Snakes, worms, birds, all are originating from these, their descendants. Description, that is what Bhagavatam describes. The 3rd canto, 4th canto, 5th canto, 6th canto describes all these things, how life has originated. From how Krishna, Brahma was born, and from Brahma, how further these personalities were, we have 7 great sages, 4 Kumaras, 11 Manus have come, and how all they have populated the whole universe. Prajapati means one who populates the universe. Right? You have heard of Daksha. So like this, they're all Prajapatis. So like this, the whole world was populated. So Prabhupada says very nicely that Krishna is the origin of all these personalities. Brahma is known as Pitamaha, and Krishna is known as Prapitamaha. In the 11th chapter, we'll see about Krishna's existence, which means Brahma is known as grandfather, Krishna is great-grandfather. From him, all these other personalities have, which means, like, if you want to know, oh, my father, my father's father, grandfather, great-grandfather, like this, if you go on, called genealogical table, no? Until where you can trace, to some level you can trace, after that, no information. But if you have proper information, the tracing will go back to Krishna. It will go to one rishi. When you say your Gotra, what is that Gotra? Gotra means basically one of the rishis you are originating from. Right? Atri rishi. Or, like that, Parashurama, or Jamadagni. All these are rishis. So from one of these rishis you have come. Then rishis originating from, what does Krishna say? I am the origin of everybody. So we say as devotees in Krishna conscious movement, our Gotra, origin of, Mula is Krishna, Achyuta Gotra. Our Gotra is Achyuta Gotra. Right? We don't stop at one level. We go to the cause of all causes. Okay. So Krishna is giving us the genealogical synopsis of the universal population, Prabhupada says. All the different entities around you, who are they? They're all your brothers only. Krishna says in 14th chapter later on that I am the seed-giving father of all entities here. Wonderful statement Krishna says. Aham bija pradapita. I am the father of all entities here. They have taken different bodies based on their previous karmas. Okay, but all of them are spirit souls. Next, verse number 7. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo veti tatvataha sto avikalpena yogena yujyate natra samshayaha. Krishna is telling, when you know this vibhuti yogam, so this chapter is about opulence of the absolute. Vibhuti yoga means the various opulences Krishna is going to display. He who knows in truth this glory and power of mine, what does he do? He engages in unalloyed devotional service of this. Unalloyed devotional service of this, there is no doubt. So it is indirectly telling the 4th chapter statement Krishna made. One who knows Krishna in truth, Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tatvataha. Okay? Krishna said, he will come back to me without doubt. 4.9. So here Krishna is again telling in a different way. One who understands his glory and power, his opulence in truth. Tattvataha. See, again the word tattvataha is used. Mamyo veti tattvataha. Then, so avikalpena yoga, he will engage in Krishna's devotional service of this. There is no doubt. Basically, Krishna is trying to tell that he is the origin of everything. He is the source of everything. This is the highest perfection of understanding. As Prabhupada says, the highest summit of spiritual perfection is knowledge of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So Krishna is the source of everything. Krishna is the origin of everything. From Krishna only everything has originated. This firm conviction is what Krishna says. It will lead you to devotional service. There is no doubt about it, Krishna says. Natra samshayaha. So very nice statement Prabhupada makes in this understanding here. Generally, we make a statement, God is great. Or Prabhupada often used to say, in American currency, they printed, in God we trust. But mostly people, they don't know about God. If you ask more details about God, they don't know. What are you trusting? Simply on paper. So when you say God is great, in God we trust, you don't know details about God's greatness. What is your trust or appreciation about God? Prabhupada says, here are the details about greatness of God, this chapter. And Bhagavad Gita has the details. So when you factually know how God is great, how wonderful He is, right? He is the source of all devatas. He is the source of us. He is our original Father. These aspects, when you come to know, the natural symptom will be your surrender to Krishna. Right? Oh, I belong to Him. I belong to Krishna actually. I was thinking something else. And everything is being maintained and nurtured by Him only. How much close relationship I have with Him. I have forgotten, but Krishna has not forgotten. He is sitting as Paramatma in my heart and He is guiding me constantly, but I have forgotten everything. So like this, understanding about our true existence, our eternal relation with Krishna, right? All these things will naturally lead you to offer yourself to Krishna's service. We have actual connection with Krishna. This understanding, right? So like this, this particular chapter is going to explain to us how anything and everything you see around you doesn't have any independent existence. Everything is sourced from Krishna. And Krishna says only It is only my opulence in a very minute fraction. It's a tip of an iceberg. Much more, I am much more great and unlimited. But Krishna is going to exhibit that in next chapter as Vishwarupa. So, why all this understanding, why all these details are given here? Especially after 9th chapter, practically Gita was over. But again, Krishna is trying to explain more. Why? Because so that we can be more firmly convinced and accept Krishna's supremacy. We can increase our faith, Shraddha, and without any doubt accept Krishna's devotional service. Otherwise, moha, our mind is always filled with doubts and dilemmas to do or not to do. More understanding about Krishna will further strengthen our proper understanding. Just like in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is mentioned, Siddhanta balye na kare alasa. Don't be lazy or lethargic in understanding the philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Krishna conscious movement. When you understand the philosophy, your mind will strengthen. It will become more strong with regard to the philosophical and truths about life. Right? When you will get confirmed or convinced about something, when things are properly, without any doubt, a lot of clarity is there with you. So the whole purpose of Krishna is again, explaining all these aspects about himself is to make our conviction more strong, solid. Prabhupada says this understanding is going to increase our interest in the loving devotional service to Lord. So we should not neglect to fully understand how great Krishna is. More and more you understand Krishna's greatness, more you become fixed up. Just like we say that one verse before beginning our Bhagavata lecture. Nasta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevya. Bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. So, nasta prayeshu abhadreshu, which means our abhadra. What is abhadra? Abhadra means the material desires to enjoy the material world. Lot of sense gratification desires. It's called abhadra. When you start hearing about Krishna through Gita, Bhagavata every day, Nityam Bhagavata, very important. Every day you should read Bhagavad Gita. What happens? When you every day do Bhagavata Seva by reading. Just by reading every day, you're doing Seva to Bhagavad Gita. When you do this, Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Nashta Prayeshu, almost all the impurities in your heart, which is actually troublesome, will be vanished. And Bhakti will become, Bhagavata says, will become an irrevocable fact. Irrevocable means, you'll not go back to your old habits of material, sense gratificatory habits. You'll become fixed up in Bhakti. Bhaktir bhavati naishtiki is important. So, hearing more about Krishna will only further, reading in detail about Krishna, more details. Oh, I'm seeing this mountain in this chapter, 82 different ways Krishna is going to explain how he is everywhere. The letters we, speak, Krishna says, I am that. The Himalayan mountain, I am that. Ocean, I am that. Right? Like this, Krishna goes on. 82 ways, how I am all pervading. Very wonderful. So when you see anything and everything, just like the 7th chapter we understood, Krishna says, I am the taste in water. I am the light in the sun and moon. Right? I am the strength in all human beings. I am the sound in ether. Like this, Krishna says, you have to see Krishna from Krishna's perspective in Bhagavad Gita. Everything. Otherwise, we will be seeing like a blind man. Even though we have these material instruments called eyes, it is not seeing the way Krishna wants you to see. So Krishna wants you to train our eyes like Gyan Chakshusha. Means seeing with the eyes of knowledge. It's like Sanilji is, expert maintenance person. Right? When he sees some electrical issue, he sees from engineering background. I, as a layman, may not be able to see that. What Krishna wants us to become expert in seeing from the Bhagavad Gita perspective, everything. Krishna's perspective. Otherwise, our vision will be like any other entity in the material world. Simply you are seeing some, even the specs without, if you take it out, it will see. But what it will see? It will not see with proper understanding. Connection with Krishna. That's the point. Okay. So we'll see next very interesting 4 verses are there. Verse number 8, 9, 10, 11. They are called Chatushloki Bhagavad Gita. Okay, last time also I told you. The next session will take this. 4 verses in Bhagavad Gita. In these 4 verses, the entire Bhagavad Gita is there. Verses 8 to 11. The entire essence of Bhagavad Gita. Now, similarly, we have Chatushloki Bhagavata in Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is having 18,000 verses. Bhagavad Gita is having 700 verses. In 700 verses, these 4 verses in 10th chapter are considered to be the essence of every other explanation in the Bhagavad Gita. Everything is revolving around that. Similarly, in Bhagavata also, Krishna gave instruction to Brahma, 4 verses, Chatushloki Bhagavata. From that further, Brahma expanded through his son Narada and other disciples, and that's why Bhagavata is so expansive. So we'll understand about this in the next session. And next session mostly will not be next week because next week is Diwali. Govardhan Puja will be there. So all of us will be, celebrating our festivals. So let's do it after that week. Okay, so I'm wishing everybody happy Diwali, happy Govardhan Puja in advance. Hare Krishna. Fine, I'll conclude here. If anybody has anything to ask.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, same
Hare
to you
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Thank you. Any question? Any
Hare
clarification?
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, question, I do have one
Yeah, please.
regarding ahimsa, but it would be too long. Maybe next session we will be discussing.
No, you can tell. We can discuss. We have
Yeah,
time.
Prabhuji, the meaning of this ahimsa is so wide. It is very difficult to follow, Prabhuji, because hurting others' sentiment is also it is regarded as himsa. Then, like many people, they might be not according to our thinking level or our way of thinking in life. So then it might hurt. If something is going wrong, then we are going to object. That is also hurting. Like even in Mahabharata also, Prabhuji, like all Kuru people, they were not doing right thing.
Yes.
And yeah, Arjuna had to fight against them as per Lord's
Will.
order.
Mm.
Yeah, Lord's will. So that was also kind of himsa, no, Prabhuji? My small understanding though.
In Bhagavad Gita, very
Yeah.
clear say parameter is, the indicator is what pleases Krishna is ahimsa. What
Yeah.
displeases Krishna is himsa. Very simple. This is a parameter. If it is for sometimes I like, but Krishna doesn't want us to do it. It is himsa for me. Right?
Yes.
It's like, I like to drink coffee tea. Krishna says no coffee tea. What to follow? So, what is going to hurt your Atma is all himsa. But what we have concocted, this is going to, this is going to satisfy me, this is going to please me. Like this, in any transaction, individually, between people, interactions, what is the parameter, what is the guideline should be, whether this action of mine is as per Krishna's will, Krishna's direction, as per Gita's direction. That's all, as simple as that. Is this direction going to help me spiritually, also help other person spiritually? If there is any personal agenda with regard to, I am happy, my ego is satisfied, I am able to put my points so strongly. So I have won the battle. That is the way we want to work, in the society or amongst people. That is not. That is only going to create himsa. right? You or people all come together and don't have any spiritual vision or spiritual perspective and go on life simply each scratching each back. Oh, you're also good, I'm also good, come, all of us are friends. That is also not going to be serving the purpose. So the ahimsa, basically when Prabhupada says, that should enable you to move spiritually in your life. As Prabhupada very clearly says, that which furthers the future spiritual happiness of the people in general is called ahimsa. Spiritual happiness is the main thing. Means spiritually, whether you are going to move forward, spiritually you are going to advance in this action, in this talk, in this interaction, in this whatever dealing I'm going to have with you, is the point. If that is kept as the important guideline in our every action, fine. Sometimes it may externally, just like Prabhupada gives example in 2nd chapter, Bhagavad Gita. What does he say? When a doctor is operating on you with a knife and a scalpel, for a person who doesn't know what doctor is doing, you think, hey, he's cutting the body, yaar. He's going to hurt. But wait, this very operation is going to save that person's life. So when violence is required, or where sometimes the good words don't work, you may have to give strong statements in a situation which will spiritually help the other person to progress. Why not?
Okay.
That's the point. The whole principle is we are not restricting ourselves. Oh, if you speak loudly, if you speak very in a very convincing way, other person may get hurt. No. What did you understand from this whole episode or other discussions so far? Truth means you have to present things, present facts. Whether you like it or don't like, fact is a fact. It's the truth. And this is what Krishna says in Gita. We have proper understanding from the Guru Sadhu Shastra. This is what is going to really help us spiritually. Let us do that. 10 people may go in the wrong direction, but you also don't go that direction. You go in the right direction, no? Prabhupada alone went to the Western countries. Nobody from his from his community, say God brothers or anybody, supported him. But he was determined. So that determination of his is what we are all trying to benefit from. That the movement was established, and we are all getting the benefit of that whole, his determination to establishing this movement. That's the point. So ahimsa again is a very fine aspect of spiritual benefit of each other. Sometimes something I have to sacrifice for my own spiritual benefit. Yes, let me do it. Right? I had to give up my ego or my other qualities of which otherwise I'm feeling very comfortable in my life. I might have to give up for my own spiritual progress when it is pointed out. Anyway, the big subject, as you told, we'll discuss again next some other occasion. Thank you for the question. So we will go for Aarti now. It's 8 o'clock is Aarti. So all of you attend online or offline, whatever you are convenient, wherever, however. So thank you everybody. Again, wish you all happy Diwali, happy Govardhan Puja. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Leave the meeting.